This episode has been brought to you by Become an Instagram Ma, now helping people of all ages clean up their online presence. Click the link in the description to learn more. So I have two other videos on the topic of helping out your children. And I mean, truth be told, it doesn't really matter what order you watch these in, but if you haven't watched those two, I highly recommend you do so either right now or right after this video. You may end up in a conversation with a friend, a colleague, an acquaintance, a brand new person, and they may bring up the topic that they're looking to hire someone. Maybe it's video editing or writing or producing or even acting. And the point is, you have a chance to market someone's skills to them. And you thought of me. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But you may think of your own children first, in which case I understand. Either way, there is only one rule when you are marketing someone to a person, and that is, don't make them sound like a loser. It sounds obvious, and yet there are some obvious pitfalls. So I'm going to start with a specific situation, and then we're going to get more broad later on in the video. Whenever possible, you should market the skill that this person is looking for to a skill your child actually has. If someone wanted a movie recommendation and you talked about how changing your diet got rid of your eczema, well, that can be useful information, but you see how that's not 100% relevant to what's going on this second, right? Likewise, if this person is looking for a musician, telling this person that your child makes money from graphic design doesn't really help with this conversation, does it? Lead with whatever is most relevant. Your child may be a multi-hyphenate like me, and you may feel like you're lying or cheating someone out of information if you say my child is an actor, but you don't mention that your child is also writing, directing, producing, dancing, singing, playing the clarinet, working as a PA, working as an assistant, interning for a place, and working at Postmates. In this particular example with the person who is looking for a musician, you would be much better off stating that your child is a clarinet player and also a singer than mentioning all of the other things, because you want to lead with what's relevant. As far as everything else is concerned, it can come up later. You're not denying them from ever accessing that information. You're just helping them now with whatever is most relevant. On a similar note, you want to make sure you're matching the skills your child has with the task this person has to complete. And by this, I mean making sure your child actually has the skill that is being requested. This may seem obvious, but if this person needs a video editor, and you say your child is a video editor, but your child cannot edit video, you have not done anyone a favor. In this scenario, both you and your child look bad. Your child looks bad for not being able to perform this skill, and you look bad for lying about it. I know at least one of you may be asking, who markets someone with skills they don't have? Who lies like that? Who does this? Well, some people have a condition called hero of the moment, which means in the moment, they really want to be helpful. They want to save the day. They say something, everyone is so happy, the thing is going to happen. But then when it's time for the thing to happen, whatever the thing is, it can't for some reason. In this scenario, the heroic act is, you need an editor? My kid is an editor. And it's not happening would be the child having no editing capabilities whatsoever. Now, this is great when a person has a task that needs to be done in the near future. But what happens if this person doesn't need anything done? They're just making polite conversation. What if the conversation is really, oh, my child is a doctor or a plumber or an electrician or a postal worker. What does your child do? In this scenario, it actually could make sense to say all of the things your child does. You just have to do it in a way where you're setting a positive tone. And it literally starts with your tone. There's a difference between saying, my child is an actor, writer, dancer, director, producer, and he works at Postmates to make ends meet, and saying, my child wants to be an actor, and in between acting gigs, he's directed and produced little shorts, he's worked as an assistant and a PA, trying to make some connections, and yeah, every once in a while he does work for Postmates, but, all of this is in greater service to that acting goal. You just gave the same information twice, but one way makes your child sound like he's floundering and doesn't know what he's doing and is indecisive, and the other way makes your child sound like they are doing a lot of things, but it's for a specific purpose. There is an end goal in mind. Remember, you want your child to sound competent, and you need to be confident to inspire that confidence in others. Let's pretend the conversation went so well that this person wants to hire your child. In the first scenario, they may want to hire your child immediately. In the second scenario, it may be that they go through their business for the next couple of months, then they realize they need a task done, and they think of you and your child because you mentioned it. What do you do next? Remember, you don't want to be a hero of the moment. If you don't actually have the answer to a question, don't answer the question. At this point, your best bet is to say, I don't know how much my son charges. I can't give you an estimate of my daughter's time. She'd be better at doing that than me. Either way, here's their contact information. After that, you should contact your child and say, I just gave someone your information. You should be expecting a call, an email, a text, a messenger pigeon, and hope for the best. Okay, hopefully this helped one or two of you out. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, follow me on social media, and if you have a question, leave a comment. Other than that, I'll see you all next time.